Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, where did my time go? Not in a nostalgic sense, but with that quiet, unsettling realization that while you were scrolling, reacting, comparing, you forgot to live your own life. This is the age of noise. Every second, something is calling for your attention. Likes, opinions, drama, algorithms. We've become spectators in a world performing non-stop. And in the process, we lose track of our own script. But here's a truth most people avoid. You can either be the author of your life or just an extra in someone else's story. And focus? It's not selfish. It's survival. When you choose to focus, you take your power back. You silence the world just enough to hear your own voice again. So if you're ready to reclaim that power, here are 5 practices that can change your entire direction. Not overnight, but deeply, permanently. Protect your mental space. Your mind is your most valuable asset, and today, it's under constant attack. Open your phone, and within seconds, you're in a mental battlefield. Trends, outrage, comparison, updates, none of it crafted with your well-being in mind. Ever feel exhausted, even though you've done nothing all day? That's not laziness. That's mental overstimulation. Imagine trying to hear your inner voice at a rock concert. That's what most of us are doing, trying to find clarity in a world screaming at us 24/7. So here's your first mission. Unfollow what doesn't uplift. Mute what drains you. Turn off the noise and choose what gets your attention. Replace passive scrolling with intentional learning. Read something that grows you. Listen to something that grounds you. Do something, even small, that brings you back to yourself. Your attention is your currency. Spend it like your life depends on it, because it does. Define what truly matters. Let me ask you this. If you had just 5 years left to live, what would you do differently? That question can wake something up in you, because most people are living with vague goals, unclear values, and no real direction. They're shooting arrows into the dark. No target, no aim, just motion. But if you don't define success for yourself, the world will. And the world? It usually defines success as money, fame, attention. You'll chase those things and still feel empty. So pause, reflect. What makes you lose track of time? In a good way. What kind of life feels fulfilling to you, not your parents, your partner, or your feed? Write it down, your values, your principles. Then, set 1 to 3 goals that align with your future self, not the self the world expects. Clarity is your compass. Without it, even effort becomes wasted motion. Build sacred daily habits. Here's a lie most of us have been sold. You need to feel motivated to change your life. You need structure. You need rhythm. You need boring, unsexy, consistent effort. We often overestimate what we can do in a day and severely underestimate what a year of discipline can create. It's not the big moments that shape your destiny. It's the small, quiet ones that no one sees. Waking up early and not reaching for your phone. Sitting still and breathing for 10 minutes. Writing your goals every morning like your future depends on them. Because it does. Exercising not to impress anyone, but to build mental resilience. Choosing water over sugar, silence over noise, rest over mindless escape. Most people don't fail because they lack dreams. They fail because they lack structure. Your habits today? They're planting the seeds of your future. Dare to walk alone. At some point, your path will demand solitude, not loneliness, solitude. We live in a world addicted to being seen, liked, and validated, but trying to please everyone will scatter your focus into 1,000 directions. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is walk your own path, even when no one claps for it. Because in solitude, you meet yourself again. You begin to trust your instincts. You rediscover your voice, your vision, your values. Let me ask you, if you're always surrounded by noise, always connected to others' opinions, how will you ever connect to yourself? Growth often feels lonely, but that's where transformation lives. On the days you walk alone, you'll discover a strength you never knew was in you. Let go of the past. You can't drive forward if you're staring at the rearview mirror, yet so many of us are trapped in loops. Regret, shame, bitterness, and those loops are energy thieves. They rob you of the present moment over and over again. You can't rewrite the past, but you can stop letting it dictate your future. Write about your wounds, name them, feel them, then close the chapter. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Letting go isn't weakness. It's the ultimate strength. It's choosing to stop bleeding over memories that no longer exist. The past may have shaped you, yes, but it doesn't get to define you. One decision is all it takes to begin a new chapter. Just one. Life is precious. But focus. Focus is what makes it powerful. You don't need more hours. You need more clarity. You don't need more applause. You need more self-respect. You don't need permission. You just need to begin, because focus is a form of love. Love for your future. Love for your peace. Love for your purpose. So choose it. In a world that profits from your distraction, reclaim your attention. Live fully, live honestly, live courageously. And when you do, you'll awaken a force inside you that no noise, no past, and no person can stop.